Hmm.
But it kind of, I would say it matters a decent amount. Um, but that's okay. Well, I mean, if it feels good for you, it feels good for you. You know, I'm not judging. Let's see. Hmm. I'm gonna say off the bat, the kickoff, like it looks kind of weird.
Okay.
I don't know. Are you? Is this? I gotta slow this down. 'Cause it almost looked like you didn't speed flip. No, it's a speed flip. I don't know. Is it the boost? It might be the boost. It makes it look weird. But let's see. Your teammate doesn't hit the ball after the cheats. He doesn't get the mid. You guys both go for the corner. Neither one of y'all gets it. You shut a chow early. Oh, he saves it actually. Wow. Oh, it's still a goal. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna say that this is just a bad start to the game. So I'm gonna blame it on. I think hopefully it stabilizes like afterwards. But see, I can't really say that you're doing too much wrong here. Like, your teammate kind of didn't really do anything to help you, but that's okay. That's one play of the game.
Hmm.
Proper cheat. You're front flipping. You're not really using the boost. Is proper. Good job. It's a decent challenge. I would say jumping a little early. You played super wide. I think I would cheat similarly here. A lot of people say that the front flip is like the most reliable when you're doing a cheat kickoff. So I would say like you can continue with that. I don't personally do that, but I definitely see a lot of people do that. So
What do you do
um,
instead?
just like just a little cheat up speed flip. Like wish I could like show you without having to completely leave the entire thing. But just like hopefully it spawns me like close to the net. It's like just one of these.
Okay.
And if even if you want to, like you can go into it with like a zap dash too, and then you
Hmm.
don't have to use any of your boosts in that situation. Like you just drive up just a little bit, turn in, and then come in.
Yeah.
But I mean it works the same way. Like if you're starting here, right, and you're doing the front flip, and you start coming up. I mean you're getting the same amount of speed as if you were just doing it regularly, anyways. You come in and
Hmm.
I mean, you're getting the same amount. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Personally, I use it just because, like, it allows me to notice, like, if you're front flipping, you're kind of, like, stuck. But with the zap dash, you can kind of, like, change your position. So, like, well, I kind of already left training. But, um, with the zap dash, like, when you're doing it, you can kind of, like, change the direction of where you're trying to go. Like, you can do, like, the classic one where you're just going forwards. Or you're, well, it's kind of weird doing it like actually like purposefully on command. Normally it's like just a natural thing, but if you notice,
Hmm.
like you see that, like if you notice
Yeah.
your teammate messed up the kickoff, you can go ahead and you can pull one of those, or you can just do like a quick turn, or you can just like kind of something similar to that, but without like breaking everything like that, where you're just getting like a slight one and you're
Hmm.
able to turn quickly. Um,
Yeah, that makes
it'll
sense.
help you in those situations where you see like, oh, your teammate messed up and he starts going like this and he's flying away because he's garbage, you know. Um, so yeah, I would say if you can and you want to learn how to do the like the speed flip version, I'm pretty sure I have like can just grab oh, I have to go all the way. This is what's wrong with the UI in this game. Like I don't have to go all the way to my profile and all the extraness, find one. Let's just
Mm.
I go just to a random kickoff so you can see where I'm cheating here. Am I cheating? No. Here I'm cheating. Look. And I'm essentially, it's a little better. In these lobbies that I was playing in this day, I was not really too worried about my teammates. My teammates were doing really well, so I wasn't really too focused on getting like the zap dash here. But I'm still like, it still has me like super far up, and I'm getting a lot of speed while keeping a lot of boost while I'm doing this. But yeah, that's what I would say. You don't have to do that though, 100%. Like people still do the front flip method and it works. Like there's pros that still do it. It's still really useful. Well, we blame the first goal on your teammate. I'm gonna be honest. Front flip. Here, when you came in, I like that you're taking a wide approach, but you jumped before you realigned yourself with the ball, which is why you got beat. If you would have realigned yourself first, like you went wide, and then if you like cut closer, you would have gotten this ball, and it probably would have been a goal. You probably would have just dunked them because he's trying to pass here in this situation. Just make sure that before you jump, like you're aligning yourself up first. I know it's like hard to do like in the moment, but like if you think about it like more subconsciously, or if you think about it more consciously, it'll start to happen more subconsciously. And once you get used to it.
Yeah.
This is good. Okay, soft test yourself. This okay. Well, here, I mean, you know you have time because you take like a kind of a soft touch to yourself, but I mean this guy, one of them is rotating out, Sway's on the right, and then he is close, on your left, but he's also not facing you, so there's no reason to hit the ball away here.
Okay.
Keep it close and make a play off of it. It's a good bump. I think it's a after giving the ball away so quickly and you being low boost, I think it's a little ambitious to be going for a bump here and kind of an overcommit. 9 times out of 10, if you're playing a halfway decent player, they're not gonna fuck up on the wall here and just kind of like shit themselves. Like they would have already jumped off the wall, and gotten like a play on your teammate, and essentially be a 2v1. So I mean, the bump is nice and stuff, but you don't want to get in the habit of doing things like that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Huh? Okay, sorry.
Good.
Yeah, it's a little ambitious. and you don't want to get into the habit of getting into this like um thing where you think that these. I mean, what's the whole issue with like Rocket League ranked? In my opinion, is the fact that it's so difficult to know what you're doing wrong when nobody's capitalizing off of it in like these lower ranks.
Mhm.
To where like sometimes you'll think something is good and you'll start to get in the habit of doing it, but as soon as you play against somebody who's like relatively decent, immediately your entire world just like falls apart, and it'll make you feel like almost you're not in the same league as people who are just barely higher ranked than you. You know what I mean? Because like
Yeah, I had that experience today.
yeah, so like it's like you just feel like you don't fit in the lobby, and it's not because that you're necessarily doing anything wrong. It's just that you've built your gameplay upon a structure that is failing itself. The structure itself is failing, and you built your gameplay upon that structure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
So I say just like kind of be mindful of that. It's one of those things where you can kind of take more time, like in a situation like that you have a lot of time to think because you're low boosts, and you don't have to like make a quick decision, so it's easier to think about it in the moment rather than just like trying to figure it out in like a fast-paced scenario. So I think you'll be okay. Hitting it to your teammate is good. I like that. Take a soft touch here. Perfect. You're playing the 1v2. You play it to your teammate. Does he score? Okay, he is. I mean, I guess, man. Like, I don't know. Hey, you played this perfectly. I loved how you played this. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that bounce is it's a hard read. That bounce shouldn't have bounced up. I can see why you could have potentially missed that. You know, I'm not gonna justify it, but I can see why. Okay, now I think you realize your teammate missed the boost. Did you start to like panic or something?
I was trying to take a soft touch to myself, and then I just fucked it up, and he just faked me out.
That makes sense, but I mean, in this situation, like this is what I like to do, and like to get people to understand like the space
Hmm.
that you actually don't have to touch this ball at all. Like you can kind of just let it happen. Um, like in this situation, like you have all the time in the world. Like you don't have to like try to force a quick touch to yourself here. Like you could have just let it roll and like kind of just caught it and dribbled it.
Mhm.
And then like the spacing here, of course, where you're kind of like shifting towards the right. I mean, it's not bad if he chooses to go right here. I mean, you have it covered, but I wouldn't say that he has any reason to in this situation. Oh, I guess I can see where you're coming from. But yeah, you just realize like the amount of space that you truly have in these situations, and you know, because I guess it's just like one of those things. You play the game more often, the more experience you get, you'll start to build like that level of depth perception. I mean, I'm pretty sure you already have a certain level, but sometimes it's a little hard to be able to tell. So he's left in a 2v1. 9 times out of 10, yeah, it's a goal.
Yeah.
Okay, no speed flip kickoff, but they fake it. So was it not the first kickoff was so like it looked so interesting? That was it just you just not speed flip? 'Cause I've noticed that
Uh,
every other flip you've done has not been a speed flip except for the very first one that looked almost like a speed flip where I couldn't quite tell.
well, I use the directional air roll, and just do a front flip cancel.
Interesting. It's not a proper speed flip, so that's one thing I can say that we could work on is getting a proper speed flip in our bag.
Mhm.
This is good. One stop. Okay, well, I mean, I don't think you need a jump here. Like he has one, he flips. Like he doesn't have anything else really. Your teammate's far, the other person's far. Like you have all the time in the world to just sit and wait and catch it properly. Which I mean, you realize you make up for your mistake. You go for a shot, try to get it out and stall for time, which is good. You turn for your teammate here. He turns. I mean, unnecessary jump, but good read. I like it. Play for the time, good. Grab the boost. You don't jump here. Right. Good job. I think the fact that. Okay, well, actually, that's a good. That's actually smart. Okay, he did die. You notice that he died. You hit her off the wall for your teammate. That's smart, and it goes in. That's great. And then okay, or did you switch? Did the last kickoff you? I'm so confused. The last kickoff, were you using? Wait, I'm so confused. I'm genuinely so confused.
I'm always doing the direction arrow
Are you
from that
switching
cancel.
it?
Well, left and
Yeah, you
right ones,
switch.
yeah.
You switch left and right. You can speed flip right, but you can't speed flip left. That's what it is. That's why I was like, wait a minute, because now it's like now you just went back to the speed flip again, but this time you're on the left side of the kickoff, so you're arrow righting. You're using arrow right, and you can speed flip with arrow right, but you can't speed flip with arrow left. That's what it is.
Right.
I would say a lot of people do recommend that you switch between them, like alternating, depending on what side that you're on, but I don't think it's like super necessary. So if you would like to just continue to use arrow right when you're doing it, for any kickoff, it's like okay. But also you
Okay.
could just learn how to speed flip properly on with arrow left, and then like a lot of your kickoffs will be more consistent. Either way
Yeah, that
works.
makes sense.
I'm actually I'm gonna write that down, in fact. So that it's not like, because if we're going through all three replays, then you'll probably have like a lot to digest and stuff, so you won't be able to understand all the points. If I write it down for you, then it'll work out. Let me go ahead and open a notepad. Okay. Name's Caleb, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, this again is like super ambitious here. If again, if this guy wasn't so bad at like controlling his car, then he would be able to turn on this 100% and beat your teammate. So you seeing him have the potential to turn, and then you go and continue to go for the bump, like
Mhm.
it's not really, it's not gonna help you. But he's bad, so it kind of works out, and you know you happen to be in the proper position from going from the bump, but in general it's just like a no, you don't want to do that.
Mhm.
Also here, this is a shot that we shouldn't be missing.
I was
Like,
actually trying to play the backboard. I didn't realize I should have shot that.
which makes sense, but after I mean, we know that the guy that just went for the teammate, for teammate's ball was like low key empty, and we don't know that he's zero, but at the very least we know that he came from the kickoff and didn't get boost because you took it, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
we know that he's relatively empty, and we just made not Swiss jump because we just went for a bump on him, and he
Mhm.
had to jump to dodge us, and then wave dash. So he's ahead of the play in the moment and has to go all the way back to back post to be able to properly cover the net here. You throwing on a shot, look at how he's positioned. If you threw on a shot here, anywhere on this right side or even to the left, like, to be honest, his positioning just sucks so bad that if you're not putting it right on top of him, chances are he's not saving it. He's not. So just getting like any sort of like touch here to be able to shoot, 100%. This is like what I would say is the difference between like a lower ranked player and like a higher rated player here. Like I would be able to put on a shot here, and I would say most people who you know are at like a higher level would put on a shot here and capitalize off of the fact that that he's rotated so far inwards. You get the boost, fake challenge. I think okay. He doesn't have the ball, like, you can see that he doesn't have the ball on top of his car. Like this is like your telltale sign to just full flip challenge him. Like here he'd have to play the low 50, which is what he went for, but since you fake child, he just got a wave dash past you. If he doesn't have it on top of the on top of his car, then just don't fake child.
Mhm.
Okay, that, I mean, teammate shouldn't be shooting this. I mean, he could have 100% hit it to you. Like, he had all the space in the world for that. But you can go for this. Again, like, if I were to pull the camera out, you're closer by a long shot. Like, you not going for this, kind of like put yourself into an awkward situation. And then he gets
Mhm.
the most perfect touch ever, and your teammate's in the corner grabbing their boost for whatever reason. I have no idea what he's doing. But here, preventing this play from even starting in the first place, I mean, it's your teammate's fault for being an idiot, but at the same time, you could have prevented the entire play just going for the ball there, and potentially could have scored if you got your shots placement good from the corner. It's a good attempt on the save though. Yeah, you have the kickoff, which is good. Speed flip. Your teammate's honestly a brick. Like he was low-key just dead weight this game. But I mean, there's some things that you can work on. I think this is like, this is the point where you kind of just gave up. I'm pretty sure. You'd given up by this point or no?
Can't remember, to be honest.
It looks like you kind of gave up. So I would say that we just move on to the next one. Doesn't seem like
Mhm.
I'm gonna get anything else valuable. So we go from the worst to the best. Let's see. I really want to see how you play in a game that you feel like you played well. That's what I really want to see. And we should definitely hit some training packs, work on some mechanics.
Mhm.
I feel like you should be able to like, especially wanting to hit GC3. Like fixing small things like this will be just enough to get you there. Like you don't, if you're truly just wanting to be 1720, 1730 consistently flat, like just fixing these small things will take you there pretty much instantly. Like you don't have to work on too much. Um, but like these in this situation, if you're not gonna be able to properly hit this, like you don't even have to hit it like super crazily, but I would say at the very least, like sort of like above like let's say like above like this. That's where you should be like aiming at, like somewhere above here. Like if you're having this bounce here or roll in off of a kickoff, chances are if they're playing the proper kickoff or proper cheat, they're gonna save it.
Mhm.
And so in that situation, like when you're looking super stiff like that, off of like a cheat, and you're not able to like go and get like a good shot on net, it makes it so much less likely that you're gonna score if you're playing against somebody decent.
Yeah.
It's a good kickoff. Um, this is kind of something that you'll start to get into the habit of it. When you start playing like more consistently, like against good players. But here, like being able to look at the orientation of his car and understand the type of flip that he got here, like the timing of your jump just doesn't make sense with like the positioning of the opponent here. Like if
Mhm.
you're gonna jump, you jump here, or you wait and you jump here. But you jumped like right in between. Like you had two opportunities to like choose like the right one, and you jumped right in between both. So like you kind of don't really help it at all here, and it's just straight in.
Mhm.
It's gonna do this stupid camera break every time a kickoff happens. Huh? Unnecessary jump. Like in this situation, this is something where you where it should be like instantly hitting your mind that you can have a shot here. You have a shot here. You go up the wall and you wait for the bounce. And if you play like up on the wall there, when the ball bounces back up to you, he's going for the boost, the other person's going for the other boost. You have a shot on net. And that's how a lot of the time, like I'll see people who don't do stuff like that and they just miss out on so many goal opportunities. Like you just if you just understand that the ball is bouncing here, you play height on the wall and you have more boost than them. They can't challenge you with no boost. They have to go for their boost, and chances are they're not going to do ball over boost because of the rank that you're in. If you go and you wait for this and you are on the wall right there and you hit a shot on net, dead center, they're neither one of them are going to be able to reach it in time if you hit it with proper power. But instead, you kind of jumped in this like weird way after like watching it bounce, and you play it to the corner, which is the safest spot and on the field for them. So you don't
Mhm.
really get anything out of it. And now you're lower boost, they have ball possession, and now you're just kind of having to like sit here and try to make a play out of nothing.
Mhm. No, that was a big eye opener.
How did you read your teammate whipping this? That is it's just so. This is what I'm talking about too. Like you're building your gameplay on a structure that's like it's crying out for help. It's crying. There's no reason why you should be anticipating your teammate whiffing this at Grand Champion 2.
Hmm.
The fact that you put yourself in a situation where you can react to your teammate whiffing something that he shouldn't be whiffing, like the both of you, this guy, you and the other team are doing the same thing. There's just no way. It's just so sad to see. Like it's so sad. But yeah, so you read his whiff, which is nice. It's good that you have the awareness for that, but I wouldn't say don't get in the habit again, where it's like something like that. Um, you could take time here. I would say after seeing your teammate whiff that, I don't think we should be giving anything to teammates. I think we should be taking this game into our own hands. That's what I would personally do. Which may not be probably the most like morally like correct thing to do, but it wins games. That's what I would say. It wins games, and that's what you want. Here you could just take a touch to yourself. This is another training pack type of thing where, you know, I'll give you a training pack so you can like practice these where you're getting like these on the wall catches because they're so useful and you get them in so many different situations where you can just catch that and you can jump off the wall and shoot it every single time with a good arrow shot and some power. Like every single time, chances are like you're gonna have an opportunity. But you sent it out to him. He kind of did nothing, which is to be expected. This is a good turn. Okay, let's minimize the amount of flips that we're doing. This is something else here. As I mean, most of the time you only see people. Yeah. Most of the time you only see people that are like flipping. It's when they're like super speedy, and it's kind of stupid. I'm gonna be honest. I'm one of those players. You'll see me flipping a lot, but I kind of like my gameplay takes after like dark. Like I'm like everywhere on the field all at the same time, and I'm abusing the mess out of movement mechanics. So that's kind of why I do it. But when you're not as fast, like I would say you're one of the more slower players I've seen in this rank. And so doing all of these flips where you're like committing yourself into this one direction here like this, like it's not really gonna help you too much. Like you do the flip, you didn't speed flip for one, so you're doing like a diagonal flip, which is the most like committing flip that you can do. And so you're floating for a long time. You land improperly. You're not facing towards the ball. I don't think you use power slide there when you landed either, and it kind of puts you in a position where you see how you go in a circle and you go right back to the position that you would have been in if you didn't flip.
Yeah.
Like there's so much extra steps for no reason. And that's why I say some players don't know because you're taught at like early to stop just stop like braking. They tell you just stop pressing the brakes over and over, you know, and that's what they tell you. They try to drill it into your mind when you're a low rank player. But you kind of have to like adapt and like completely like wipe what you know about the game and rebuild it from the ground up like once you've reached like a certain rank. Because here is where you could literally just stop. You could just stop. Don't hold accelerate. Don't hold boost. Don't flip. Don't do anything in that situation. And you just stop in that position where you were at right there before you flip and just stop and wait. Like not be completely stationary because you lose all your momentum, but just like slow down like a ton. And you can just wait there. And you'd be in the position where you wanted to be without doing the flip, wasting a little bit of boost, and then doing a whole 360 trying to get back to the spot where you would have been in the first place. I would say I don't know what this like this is right here where you're kind of like driving and like I don't see a reason to go to the wall here. It kind of just like it's like you're not letting go of the drive button, so it's like putting you in positions where you're adding extra steps to your movement.
Yeah.
And so it makes it harder for you to challenge here rather than if you just stopped at this boost right here. Like I would say you would stop at this boost here and kind of slow down, align yourself with the ball, and then play the touch. But you kind of like you're looking at the ball, and as you're like as you're trying to assess what you're looking at, you're gathering the information, trying to make a move, figure out what you want to do. As you're doing that, you're holding Excel, so you're putting yourself into a weird position while you're trying to think, instead of just stopping and thinking and then keeping yourself in the proper position. Timmy, you get a good chow off of it anyways. I don't think we jumped for the second one. I think off of the first one, we noticed that we don't get them. We bump them though slightly. Instantly, we rotate back post here, but you cut inwards. And a lot of the time that'll make it awkward for your teammate to be able to push in. Because how it's supposed to work in twos is supposed to like is complete, like you're supposed to alternate every challenge. So like you challenge this, your teammate challenges, then you're behind him, and that's how it works. So that, you know, essentially you would have an infinite amount of challenges. Like you have like an infinite amount of players on your team. That's the best way to play defense. But if one person is challenging more than once in situations like these, it just makes it so much like harder on your teammates or on you if you're in that position, and it allows for your teammate to be put in a situation where he has to play actual defense and not just shadow, which is not ideal when you're in this rank. So now he's in a weird position. Luckily, the teammate does good here. Opponents mess up, so like they're not really doing too much off of it. But you hit 1700, like that's what's gonna be the difference between you and them, is that they're not gonna do something like that, and or if they do, if you do it to them, they're not gonna let you get away with it. Let's say here we just wait. Like you again. Like here we grab this boost and we just stop back post. Just hit back post and we just stop right there. Like I would even say you're a little wide here too. I would say, like I would say like being more like inside the wall here. You know, like it's a lot better. Just kind of like positioning yourself in this situation, and at this point you can go completely stationary. Like you don't have to excel at all. You can literally stop at back post and just watch the play happen. And you'll see like a lot of people say like warn against that, but like to be honest, there's no sort of like there's no cons to sitting here and stopping, right? Especially in a position where everybody, your teammates and the entirety of the other team are all in the corner. You don't want to go and be like a beehive, all of you guys swarming the ball like this. So if you can space yourself out and do what everybody else isn't doing, it'll set you apart from them. So you'll be able to not be an idiot and mindlessly chase the ball and be in a swarm in one section of the map, instead of being spread out and being able to actually play whatever touch happens, because you're not going to be able to, you can't read the play if they're all on top of the ball at the same time. You don't know who's going to hit it. You don't know if it's going to pinch. You don't know if it's going to do any of these things. So if you're spacing yourself out from the play in this situation and giving yourself time to think and just assess the situation, chances are if something crazy happens, you're not going to be mad at the game for giving you some stupid physics mistake that just happens to fly into your net for no reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Here off the wall, I would say I don't think you should be too afraid of a demo here. Especially with the new update where you can choose your spawn location, like that's revolutionized like everything. So here, instead of jumping early and being worried about the demo of the guy on your left coming in to kill you, I would say just wait and play the catch. If he chooses not to chow you, then you have a free shot. Essentially a 1v1, because T-Bow can't turn in without bumping flat. And if he does turn in and kills you, you spawn behind your teammate, and your teammate has a free follow-up. So, I mean, I don't see a reason not to just drive there. You don't want to stick around. Your teammate came up. First of all, you're rotating close. So here, if you're facing this way and you are driving past the ball, you don't want to rotate to the left here. You want to go to the right and pick up the pads, the pad trail going back to your net. Rotating here makes it so that there's potential for you to hit the ball and get it over your teammate, or he hits the ball into you, and you don't want to put yourself into a situation like that. So it'd be
Yeah.
better to just rotate out straight up after this. And then here, your teammate doesn't challenge because he noticed that you're there, and if he gets beat, then it's a goal guaranteed because you're both in the corner. But you shouldn't chow here either. You should just leave. Like, this makes it like you're able to get it on him, but at the same time, it just, if he was decent, it wouldn't work on him. Your teammate is somehow there. I have no idea how. I would say this is a speed thing. Like, just this position, like you'll see this. Like, have you played chess before?
No, I don't play chess.
Okay, well, I don't know how else I could explain it then. Let me think. It's more of like a thing. It's like a pattern. Like, you'll start to see patterns, and you'll immediately know what the proper play to do in these patterns are, rather than having to think about it. Because it seems like you think a whole lot. Like you're constantly thinking like super in depth, rather than going based off of instinct and pattern recognition. Like, here, as soon as I see teammates in this position where he has, you can see his boost meter now, so you know how much boost he has. If you see that he has more than 50% boost, he's in the corner carrying it towards the center, and flat is low boost, or you should know that I would hope that you would know he's low boost in this situation. And to not expect a play here to go like front and center, like, okay, well, I can kind of see why you wouldn't expect that, because I don't know why teammates going for the bump here instead of hitting it over the person that's on the backboard. But I think just here, even in this situation, like, you just hit like a good little flip forward, or like you boost forward, and just know and trust in this play here. Like, if you get beat here, oh well. Like, there's no counterattack. One of them is rotating back, the other one's low boost. There's no counterattack if you get beat here, so I don't see a con. The other one's empty, actually. He's not even going for the boost. So he comes up and he starts bumping you. This is just a missed opportunity in general for you not noticing this pattern that you should be seeing like very often, and then coming in and hitting it here. Going for the demos, good awareness. I like it. Again, you're in this situation, you're driving a lot of useless, unnecessary driving. Always moving forward. You never stop, you never slow down, you never anything. You're always moving forward, and now you're in a position where you could have been up. You're in a position where you can't do anything. This is what they call no man's land, right? Where you're not close enough to follow the play, but you're not far enough to follow the touch of the opponent. So your teammate gets a good pass here, you're not close enough to be able to do anything with it. And if the opponents get a good bang, you're not far enough to actually get there from their bang. So you're kind of just in that weird, like, middle ground where you can't do anything, you can't help anybody, and you're essentially doing nothing on the field here. Which, I mean, I guess it works out because he hit the ball as if he had a defender on top of him and fucked up, but I don't know why he did that. But that wouldn't fly in any other. Okay, I mean, I can't blame you. As soon as you spawn, like, yeah, I can't blame you. What? Okay, yeah. Okay, I noticed you kind of stopped a little bit, which is good. Then you saw your teammate kind of whiff, and then you were like, okay, it's still my turn. You start going. This is good. I like that. Again, a lot of driving. And this is like prime situations where bullshit happens in Rocket League. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you've seen it. You've witnessed it where somebody will do that, right, and they'll hit it into their teammate by accident because they're rotating close side, and it goes and it flies over your head and goes in. Like, I know you've seen it. It happens to everybody.
Oh yeah.
It's literally Rocket League's thing. So you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're driving forwards and you're allowing Rocket League to potentially do some bullshit. Because imagine that you drove just a slight bit forward and that ball went over your head instead of to the left. It happens all
Yeah.
the time. So just putting yourself in a situation where it's just not happening is just it's in your best interest. So you stop driving. You reach front post, you stop driving, and you wait. You did wait a little bit, but then you started coming up as soon as you noticed that your teammate hit the ball. This isn't a proper clear. It's still on the wall and is headed straight for the opponent that had gone all the way back for boost. So he has a play here. And so you don't want to come up. And then also in the situation where he's rotating into him and cutting him off, like if this went over your head, you would have been pissed.
Yeah.
You take time in the touch. You don't want to fake it to the wall here. You don't have enough boost to really make a play off of it, especially when you use so much there. So if you're gonna do like this fake here, you want to fake it and then flip into it here to the right, so you can get a 50 and it'll pinch out straight to your teammate who should be behind you. Yeah. So that's a missed opportunity there. But you'll start to notice these things. You're also like, it's just I would see a lot of benefits from you using more movement. Like you kind of, I'm not trying to offend you in any way. Like, you know, I'm trying to help you here. I'm gonna say
don't
you
worry.
have like the speed and movement of like a champ 1. I'm gonna be honest. Like this is really hard to watch. Like here, it takes you so long to recognize that like this isn't like your ball, and then you kind of like, you don't wall dash to get back. You know, you don't come back down and like zap dash. You jump off and you don't hold like your jump button enough to be able to keep your wave dash or keep your flip so you can wave dash, and you don't neutral jump off the wall either. You kind of just float. And like this is a situation where if I was put in this situation, I'd be on that ball right now. I would have wall dash all the way to the boost and then gotten it, zap dash all the way back, and would have been on the ball here beating flat. It's just a missed opportunity. So I would say that you don't have to do the extreme and start spamming chain dashes like all of these weirdos that are doing this stuff and they think that they're good at the game and ranked. You know, you don't have to sit here and spam zap dashes. You don't have to even technically learn how to zap dash if you don't want to. But at the very least, being able to neutral jump off the wall there, you know what like neutral jumping is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're able to just neutral jump off the wall there and have that be like a habit in your gameplay, you'll be in a much better like position than how you are right now. Also, a lot of extraness here. I would say this shows that you don't play a whole lot of ones, do you?
A long time ago.
Yeah, it shows like you're like getting just one soft touch like how you did, and then like there's no fake jump opportunity here. Like you're not gaining anything from a fake jump. The person that chowed you is all the way to your right, they're far, and the person who's back, you don't know he's low boost. I wouldn't say that it would even matter if you knew he was low boost here. Regardless, his positioning and how your teammate is going for a bump, you just getting this one touch and then going for like an arrow shot to the right, like top corner. Even if it's not top corner, bottom corner, mid corner, like whatever you want to do, like as long as it's a shot to the right of the net, he's not gonna make it. He's forced to jump here, and you play it straight into him because you're doing fake jumps that are unnecessary. It's one of those things where you see like a pro do it, but you don't realize why they do it, and it's just like you try to like replicate it, but in the wrong situation. Okay, good awareness on the bump, and there should be a free shot. Definitely, we could work on the like I said, send you some training packs to get these reps in. Because here double jumping, it's not the play. You getting a double jump shot here. Anybody that's higher than like, to be honest, I don't know what rank this is because GC2 has never looked like this. But anything that's like, I would say any rank above champ 3 should not be getting scored on here by a double jump. And I think it works because they're anticipating a better shot. I quite literally think that's what happened. but you should be able to single jump here, holding the jump button. Do you play KBM?
No controller.
Okay. So yeah, you should be able to just hold the jump button here. Go for the arrow shots, right? You turn the arrow. You see like the position you're in. Hit that arrow shot to the right. It's behind the defender that would have covered it, and it's too far for the defender that's on the opposite side. So if you flipped into it and hit it to the right, it's like a guaranteed goal because it's the only spot in the net that's open. But you can notice that in the moment. But you just have to build like the experience and stuff for it, so you can notice it, like pattern recognition.
Mm-hmm.
So you can zap dash. You can zap dash. Just like using it in the like in a way that's not helping you. Like you're kind of using it when you have free time as like a tool for like, you know, I'm not gonna say you have ADHD, but like most players, I would say in Rocket League, like they have some level of ADHD, and they always need to be clicking something because, you know, to satisfy their brain, the stimulant. So, I mean, you used it, but in a situation where it doesn't help you at all. Also, we should have left. As soon as you notice you got bumped, you land here, you instantly just flip out. There's no reason for you to like think that you could do something in this play here. Like you're just not helping anybody. And then yeah, just the challenge. You make it awkward for your teammate because your teammate can't challenge, so he sees you challenging, and he has boost here. He has the right to challenge, but he can't because of you. And then also you're just not touching the ball, and it's kind of hard for him to read that you're not touching the ball. So now he's just in a weird spot. And you want to make your teammate's life like as easy as possible, so that you can like start winning more games, even like with garbage teammates. Okay, you can turn in here, slow touch, nice, and a hook. Yeah, again, it's really like it's the accuracy of the touches and like the fact that like you are kind of slow, and you just speed up your gameplay a little bit and practice some like training packs and stuff. Get the accuracy of your touches up, some like mechanics, just baseline mechanics, and you're set, man. I promise. You getting a soft touch there, I would say. I would honestly say that should 100% of the time be a goal there in that specific situation. But it wasn't. You played around him, which is good. You stopped. That's another one where it's like you shouldn't be afraid of the demo here. That you should just full commit on the play. If he kills you, he kills you. Oh well. He's killing you, and it's just gonna be rolling out to your teammate. So you don't have to rush this play at all. But I mean, I can see what you want to do. Good turn. Yeah, again, it's like you're just missing that little bit of speed. Like here, it should have been over the opponent. Like you hitting like, do you know how to Mina dash? Or Mina flip, sorry.
Kind of. I never know when to use it.
This is 100% of time when you're supposed to use it here. The ball is coming towards the wall. You need to jump for it, but you don't want to lose your momentum. You flip to the side, using like you use your arrow. You position yourself in a way where you're looking towards the ball, with your right tires facing kind of upwards, and you Mina flip into that. You get it over flat, and you get to the wall with your boost, and you can just hit it off the wall afterwards, and it would be a goal. And those situations pop up all the time. Like this is something where if you build that like consistency and you start doing this, like it'll make such a huge difference in your games if you get opportunities like this so often. And then here again, you kind of lack the speed to be able to like get there fast. Like this should have also been a beat. You should have beat both of them here, but like you're kind of slow and clunky, so you can't really do too much to help here. But yeah, it should have beat him and him here. And you play the shot. You don't play the demo. They're both. I mean, you don't know that they're both empty, but I mean, he's just flipped his card. But they're both pointed towards the corner, and he gets it over them. Like you turn here, you can cut this, and you can just like carry it in, 100%. Like with a good catch, you can just carry it in. It doesn't matter how much boost he has because you guys are going the same speed. You're both supersonic. So he's not gonna be able to catch up to you. So that's a missed opportunity there. And then I wouldn't say that the demo was like what completely like fucked you, right? Yeah. I don't see a reason why you don't go backboard here, like immediately. Like turning here is like you can't know that he's gonna turn here, but like it's better safe than sorry type of situation. Or it's again like a pattern, like you'll notice this type of thing, and I mean you're up. You guys are winning, so you could play safe and play time. Like you don't have to try to play aggressive with your teammate here. You could just play the backboard, and either situation, if your teammate hits the ball, you can follow it because you know that he's hit the ball. But anticipating that he's going to guaranteed hit the ball before flats, and then turning puts you in a situation where you could have the ball go ahead, above you. And so you go backboard, you cover both options. If your teammate hits it, you can follow it by wave dashing off the wall and going up. And if your teammate doesn't, then you're there to cover the shot. But you turned in, and then you had to go all the way back to the backboard where you would have been in the first place. Okay. That's I would say. Well, first I'm gonna comment on this, but I'm not gonna say that you're old. You're not old. Well, you are old, but I wouldn't say that it's because of your age that you won't be able to follow this here. But I think you could definitely benefit from coming forward more on these instead of like playing so far back. Like if you play a little more forward, you use a little more boost, you know, and if you think that you have the reaction time to be able to react to what could potentially happen, like I'm not sure how much ping you're on. Yeah, you're on 8 ping. There's no excuse for you. There's actually just no excuse for you. If you're on 8 ping and you're not playing as far up as possible in your cheats, like you're gonna like, even with the fact that you could potentially like have like unk reaction speed, like the difference in your ping, you should never not be cheating up super hard. Like you should be able to react to everything because it's not gonna just glitch out and do something crazy if you're on like higher ping like your teammate. And then here you don't want to get demoed. This is like a situation. Most of these situations where you're about to get demoed, is where it doesn't matter. But here you need to be able to capitalize off of this. You gotta jump over that demo. I have some trust in your teammate here. I know he's bad, but I mean, like you can't like. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna choose to like try to cut him off or like full commit here, you have to full commit. Like actually, like hitting the ball here before your teammate is able to hit the ball, or don't hit it at all. Like you trying to play like towards the 50 doesn't make any sense. So yeah, either you go as fast as you can and you hit it before your teammate can, or you don't and you just trust. Like otherwise you're just in this position where you again are helping nobody. You didn't do anything in the play and you're leaving him in an awkward tough spot again. And it should have been a goal. I don't know why the opponents don't score anything. This is a good jump. I like that. Okay, again, a time where you don't play slow here. Like you just saw, you should notice that he got bumped, and you don't have to notice it immediately, like right there. But even after this one touch, that should have been enough time for you to notice, like in like for the information to register in your head that he got bumped, and you don't play super far wide here, and you could just hit it over the last defender immediately with a flick, or even just like a little bit of a hook. But you played so wide that it gave him time to do a complete 180 and prepare for defense, so you don't get to capitalize off of it. You seal his boost, they're both empty. You should turn. I, I don't know why he's up. I don't know why he's up. I would say you grab this boost, you let him hit the ball one time, and quickly either turn on the wall here and play the wall, or you turn here to the right and you immediately jump for this. It doesn't matter if you score. It doesn't matter if you get a shot on net. As long as you're touching the ball here, you know somebody's going to jump for this because it's a scary ball. So as long as you can beat the person, you know one of them is empty and super far. The last person that's supposed to be playing this on defense has to jump for this because it's scary. If you would have beat him, look at where the other guy is. You see what I mean? Like, he's going to be there, but it's going to go over his head if you jumped and you beat flat. It's going straight over his head. So it gives you, it's not ideal. If your teammate didn't jump, it would be more likely a goal. But even with your teammate jumping, it's not ideal, but it's probably the best thing that you could do in this situation, rather than waiting and potentially getting the ball hit over you like this. You turn in. Again, that's a shot we shouldn't be missing, but, you know, we'll practice those, right? Okay, you go back post, you go to center. Again, you start coming up early. You don't come up until you know your teammate has the ball fully in his possession. If he's able to get challenged, you don't want to come up so far. You don't want to start boosting. You don't want to start committing forwards if he's able to get challenged or if he's messing up. You got to wait to see that he has full possession of the ball and either cannot be challenged, can get a proper 50, or is not just straight up messing up and missing the ball like he did here. Good challenge. Wasting time. I like the follow-up. That'd have been a time to use the zap dash here. You could have scored. It's like a little boost in speed that nobody's really noticing and nobody expecting. You zap dash here, you hit the ball over both of their heads. Play into overtime and you guys lose this game, which is super sad to see. They work on the catches. You turn here. You leave the you left the ball, you left the mid boost for your teammate, you went for the back boost, you instantly turn. Your teammate should be rotating behind you towards where you are right now. That's where he should be heading, and you should turn after you grab the boost and go. But you take so long that he starts thinking that it's his turn. And then now both of you guys are kind of like trying to guess who's gonna go instead of it just being a fluid like thing where everybody knows as soon as like, you know, the play happens who's gonna go, and it's not like confusion. I don't know. Your teammate's an idiot. I don't know what to say here. Okay, this is good. You play it to the wall. You could fake this here. Like, you know he's gonna try to pre-jump you. Like, it's Grand Champ. He wants to pre-jump you so badly. So I would just say like you just don't jump. You just fake this here, and if you are gonna jump, try to slam it off the ceiling to your teammate. They should be like behind you here. Like if he starts to come up, you slammed it off the ceiling, he'd have a faster opportunity rather than having to wait for the other team to hit it to him, and he's like, oh, it's a little awkward. He has to stop, turn, and then like fuck up his first touch because he sinks. Like, make his life so much easier. Leave. Yeah. Okay. You can turn in here. You notice. I actually don't mind that. That was interesting. I haven't seen somebody do that before. Like you kind of like ignoring the boost here. I don't think it's the method, but I mean it works in this situation really well. I mean it minimizes your chances of being beat, so it's nice. Again, after you got this touch though, you just leave. You're not helping anybody. You're 0. Leave the play. You touched it once. Leave the play. It's in the corner. You're 0 and you're in their corner with the ball and one of the opponents. It's the safest spot on the field for them, and it's the most likely spot for you to overcommit there and then potentially get scored on the counter. So you just want to leave. You don't want to be here. There's no benefit. And now you just went until like you couldn't anymore, and now 2v1 on your teammate. If Flat, I don't know where Flat is. I don't know what this guy's doing at all, but it should have been a 2v1 goal. Jumping off here, we just wait. There's no threat. Yeah, there's no threat. He's not. Look, if you look at the orientation of his car, he's not doing anything. As where you got to really just pay attention to like to how their car is like orientated. Yeah, just look at the orientation of his car, and I mean, you just notice he's not doing anything. Flat is too far to really follow anything, and he can't really go if his teammate's also on the ball. So you going here doesn't help anybody, and you still didn't touch the ball even after going for that. And is it a goal? I mean, yeah, you didn't touch the ball. You did all that. You wasted 100 boosts. You landed on top of your teammates. Like you didn't really help at all with that play. Your teammate shouldn't have. Your teammate should have beat them. It should have been a clean beat over all of their heads. Literally, I'm gonna tell you exactly when. Here, as soon as he noticed this touch right here, he should have instantly been up, fast aerialing. If you do a proper fast aerial here, it's over both of them. And there would have been no play on your net at all. But I guess he just doesn't have what it takes to be able to... Yeah, he doesn't do a fast aerial here. It looked like... Wait, we're going to slow this down a little bit to see. So it looked like he double jumped and then started boosting. Yeah, if he did a fast aerial, it's clean over. It's clean over, but he didn't, so... I mean, it puts you... in a situation where you have a play on your net, which is never what you want. And since you jumped, you didn't hit the ball. He didn't hit the ball. Nobody hit the ball properly. It's just a play. You can't read that he's missing. You try to play the shot because you can't read that he's missing, but as soon as you play the shot and he misses, you're left with nothing, and your teammate doesn't know how to rotate. So he's facing whatever he's facing. I have no clue what he's doing. As soon as he noticed this, instantly to back goes. But he's playing so far forward, trying to cover the same shot that you are. It looks like an idiot. So, yeah. This is sad. This is definitely a game that you should have lost a lot earlier. This game should have never went to overtime. But it's also a game where you had the most opportunity to win the game as well. Both of you guys chose not to capitalize on any of the opportunities you were given, and it came down to like tug of war at the end, and then you just happened to draw the the wrong end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
yeah.
I mean, that was just, man, that was sad. I need to see what this average game is, because that was one of your good games. You're not bad. I'm not saying you're bad. 100%. I like how you play. I like how you think.
Yeah, I don't think
We
I'm good.
just
Don't worry.
definitely need to work. Like we need to work on like a lot. Like if you want to be GC3, like just 1720, 1730, you can do that easily. You solve these little bits of issues, like these little small inconsistencies in your gameplay, like you're fixing your kickoffs, um like using a little more speed, like a little more momentum with some movement mechanics, and noticing like the depth of field, or not depth of field, the depth perception, and like what's going on, how close you are, how much time you have, and getting these like slightly more accurate touches, you instantly have GC3. And if that's where you want to be at, and that's your goal, then then boom, you're there, right?
Mhm.
But you are also one of the rare cases where you're not an idiot. You're not an idiot who has all the mechanics in the world and is GC3 almost because of their mechanics only, and they have nothing else going for them. You have what nobody else has. You have a brain, you have game sense, and you have like actual ideas, right? So you're the type of person that you're more likely to get SSL than any of these other players who are trying to spam mechanics. If you go and you put in that time, I don't know how many hours you have. I don't know if you got a 9 to 5 and you come home and a wife and kids, and so you have like 45 minutes a day to play, once every like 2 weeks or something. But if you have a decent amount of time to play the game and you go ahead and you grind out mechanics, I see you being SSL by next year. Just
Damn.
if you really sit there and you really grind it out by January, you could be SSL. 100%.
I do have a question on that though. Like, when you say like grind out mechanics, like, what's your approach to actually grinding mechanics? Like,
Um, well, I feel like hold on, let me give me a second. Sorry, my light was giving me a headache. I had to go turn it off.
oh, good.
Um, I feel like I'm not a good representation of you know, how to like, do these. 'Cause, okay, here's what I'm gonna say, right? And I'll paint the narrative for you. I My first rank that I ever got was diamond
Mhm.
because the people who introduced me to the game were GC, like high GC, and they got me on the game. And I used to play private matches with them, and I used to see all the cool stuff that they used to do. And
Mm.
before I played ranked, I was playing with them, and I got accustomed to the speed of the lobby, and kind of got more control of my car because of how much we were playing. And
Yeah.
I ended up going and only practicing mechanics. I was fast. I was the fastest player by a long shot. My boost management was garbage, but I was super fast. I could do like a lot of like good fast aerials, and doing all these things would set me apart from everybody below diamond. So the first rank that I ever got was diamond, and from there I just continued to study mechanics, 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 practice mechanics, mechanics, mechanics. And so my entire Rocket League career has just been mechanics, and I only started like actually getting into like trying to understand concepts and game sense and pattern recognition like in like late 2024 when I first hit SSL. That was the difference between me going from GC2 to SSL, was getting that thing. But it took me like an entire year. It took me an entire year. And then at that point, I wasn't even good enough to hold it. I got SSL and I lost it immediately, and I went straight back down, and it took me another year to get back to it again. And then that's when I started actually playing consistently and doing all these things and being smart. But it's so much harder to go from mechanics to game sense than game sense to mechanics. I would say
Mm.
from what I understand, and I would say that I am amongst like some of the top players as far as like mechanics go and speed. So if you were to take my advice, I would say that you practice like a couple of these training packs that I'm gonna send you. Um, and then I could say I don't know how much. Well, I don't even know if they're available anymore. But there used to be like the RL bots, like where you could go and you could play them. I used to play against Nexto a lot because if you have bad recoveries, he's gonna capitalize off of that every single time. So
Hmm.
that's what I did to get my recoveries good. It's like I'm not having to worry about losing my rank or playing against somebody who's not gonna bring that out of me. That I get a guaranteed computer to force me to play faster and get better recovery. So I would say if they're still available that you could play them, I would say that you should do that for your recoveries and speed.
Mm.
And it's gonna piss you off because you're probably not gonna win. Uh, there's a lot of people. They say that Nexto is like GC1, but if you aren't a fast player, you're not gonna win against him. So it's gonna turn you into a fast player if you play them consistently. But just don't play them too much because then you'll start to forget how real players play, and then you'll start expecting stuff that's not gonna happen. And second,
Yeah, makes sense.
a lot of these training packs that are like these ones with the like I'm sure you've seen like these three or these four rather, since these are all like in like the browse category. But a lot of
Yeah.
these are like the ones where it's like quick, like this. I think even this first shot is like one that's like super, yeah, like this would be like something where you would start understanding like how to jump for these and how to get power. Like when you're first doing it, like if I send this to you and I had you stream and I could give you like, I'm not gonna say that you're bad, but I'm gonna say that this is hard for a lot of people. It'd probably take you, I would say, even maybe an hour to get a shot here to go in with no bounce on this first shot, jumping from back here. Because it's difficult. The power, the amount of power and the amount of like your car has to be so perfect in the situation to be able to get a shot that doesn't bounce.
Hmm.
So it'd probably take you about an hour. That's like even me as like a mechanical person when I first started playing and stuff. And I was like GC2 even. Like I'm mechanical, but like it still takes a while to be able to get a shot here where I can like hit it that hard and that perfectly. And these type of ones where it's like these awkward shots and you have to try and like force yourself to like place these shots in like specific areas and stuff so you can like practice that. Like these are like the ones where it's like, okay, these are gonna get your reps up, right? These are gonna get you in these situations where you're thinking about your shot in these like weird shot attempts, and you'll actually like get stuff done. You know what I mean? Like even like trying to go for a double there, it just doesn't work. Like a lot of the time you have to get like the most perfect touch like that, and then even then like your thing is weird, you know? So going and practicing ones like that, and then you have the ones for like actual mechanics, which would be this one that I like to do a lot. This one is just, it basically just has the ball floating, and all you have to do is stunt for it and go for a double tap and the situations that it gives you. There's a lot of like weird ones like this one. You'll see these type of plays a lot, and I'll notice players who like will get into the situation, not know what to do. Or the ball's like headed towards them and they'll jump and then they'll like whiff, or they'll jump and like get a super like uncontrolled touch. And these ones where it's like this, like how many times have you seen a ball like this and you go and you jump and then you hit it like this and you're not getting anything off of it, right? Rather than going up and you get like a good perfect touch like that and you can get a double. Like that type of thing. Like these are shots that you'll see often in game, and if you're able to go ahead and do something like decent, like a mechanic off of them, like chances are you'll be able to do it in game because they're so like consistent, and these shots are you're gonna see them often. This here, you go and you get like a slight touch. Well, it's not a slight touch, but you go and you get like a slight touch like this, right? You play wide and you go for like, okay. It's so weird doing it, like trying to do it perfectly on command, but like if you're able to just go and like, you know, get these soft touches and then get like a quick shot, it's just, it looks so sad when I'm doing it. But trust me, if you saw like, and I'm doing it like in game and stuff, and I'm not trying my hardest to like focus on it, like the more I focus on it, the harder it gets. But these shots, like these ones are awkward, people always do that. They get like a touch where it's like this, and they like hit it forwards, or like they'll just try to shoot it immediately, which, you know, in your rank is not just gonna work. So if you're able to get like a quick like bang like that and then play like off the corner, or if you're able to get like a backboard touch like this and then play the shot, like you'll be much better off, you know? These shots
Yeah.
where the ball is bouncing high, you'll see a lot of people just go up and you'll jump and then you'll hit it hard. But in this situation, you can jump, you can get a slight touch like this, and then you can follow it with something else. Right? A lot of people don't recognize that, you know? So this is one that'll help you a lot. These corner shots where you jump up and you air roll shot, try to place it bottom corner. Like these are good. This one top corner if you want to, you know? These type of things. And then last would be like something like this. Where, which one is it? Is it Kevpert wall stops? I think it's this one. Yeah, these, so where you're going, and this is something that you'll see a lot, where like the ball is like this, and you can like go and you can jump a one touch to yourself, and then follow it like that. Like nobody's reading that you're gonna get a soft touch that like controlled. And like I said, if you were to try and go into this this training pack and try to get like a shot like that, like how I just did, it's gonna take you a long time. But when you're going and you're doing it, it's probably going to be boring. I'm going to be honest, but hopefully you have like ways to like mediate that, and you know, go ahead and you get like a training, like a training routine going where you know you have music playing, or you know you're talking to somebody while you're doing it, or you're listening to something, you're watching something while you're doing it. You know, something to kind of like have you not get so bored of it and wanting to switch off of it so like quickly. Because things like this, like these touches, getting it so perfect to be able to get like a shot off of it, like even then, like that one was just bad. Like these are just like super difficult to be able to just get a good touch off and then get a shot. Like you'll see this in like a lot of high ranked lobbies where they're getting like a touch to themselves like this. And like I don't know how much you like watch Rocket League. Like, do you watch Rocket League?
Not that much anymore.
Well, I'm sure you've seen like some highlight or something by like Zen where he gets like a touch like this and he goes off the wall and then he gets a flip reset and boom, you know, top corner, right? But he just gets like one light touch and immediately he's just holding everybody on the field, you know? And so this is like things that'll set you apart from like everybody else that's in your rank, is being able to get these small light touches and just like getting it to yourself, jumping off. And even if you don't want to go for a reset or a double tap, you just try to shoot it there. It'll catch a lot of people off guard. You know, in these situations. And it'll happen on kickoff too. Where you'll get like a shot like this on kickoff and you know, you can grab the ball. Or you can grab the boost. And if you're able to touch it off the... Okay. If you grab the boost and you're able... Okay. If you grab the boost... Okay. It works when I'm not trying to do it on purpose. It works when I'm doing it naturally. When I'm trying to do it on purpose, I look goofy. But if you try to touch the ball off the wall and you get something off of it like that, you know, you can go ahead and you can practice these. Or even just like throwing it off the wall and just getting a double. Like, you know, these type of situations. Getting a soft touch here, difficult. Right? I'm not consistent enough to be able to like, you know, do it every time, but like getting a soft touch here, if you're able to do it like more often than not, like you'll be so much better off because you get set up for so many opportunities. Like even if you just want to shoot it or straight up like slam it off the backboard to your teammate, or you could even do it, right? And then get like a pass mid like this. You know, like it's so versatile when you're getting like these touches that give you like an opportunity for something else. Like you're always, that's what you want to be able to do. As like a good Rocket League players, you want to be able to get touches that enable you, not touches that make you have to like you don't want the ball to control you. You want to control the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would say just every map that's right here, in these what's it called? I'm gonna send you all of the codes so you can do these. I would say save these all to your favorites and just like, you know, do them. You know, you could choose which ones you want to do. I would say that the more important ones would be like the ones that are like at the top here. Like, if you don't want to be a mechanical player and you don't want to be doing all this extra, like, extra jumps and flips and all these things that all these mechanical players do nowadays, like, if you don't want to do this, this is fine. But these four at the top, 100% would be, like, the ones that are, like, helping you, like this, with your first touches and stuff. Like, these are, like, awkward first touches, where they're putting you in situations where you have to catch it perfectly. and it's super difficult to do so. Like I'm sure you've been in these situations and you hit it super far away like that and you're not able to follow it properly. But if you practice these enough and you start getting good enough to be able to like just get a slight touch like that and then a quick flick like top corner, like you start practicing those, it'll definitely help you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I would say we should do this this last replay. If this replay doesn't have anything like sort of new for me to like tell you about, I would say that I would show you one of mine and kind of like explain to you like these small things that are like setting me apart from you so that you could like to kind of notice them in a match, like actually seeing it, witnessing it. Make it a little easier to understand. Let's see. Okay. That's again you drove a little far. You can break tap here, you can wait. Drove a little far, it made your shot kinda awkward. It works out. You have a good recovery here, which is really nice. You're able to hit it high, stall yourself time. Okay, you jump here. Do you get a nice little shot? I saw the vision. I saw the vision. Stop at back post. You start playing space. Good job. Get a good catch here. Okay. You can score this. You can score this. This is probably a shot that would be in one of the training packs too, like so perfectly that you would notice it and it'd be like a pattern to you, like you would understand immediately what to do in the situation. You can drive, if you boost it a little more, you can grab this, catch this, and you can flick it in quickly without him like being able to react in time. There's a little missed opportunity. Quick shot. Another training pack shot. You would have been able to get like a super oh. Jeez. Hey, you would have been able to score this. Like this is one of those shots where you shouldn't miss. Like you just can't. And then here, you're rotating in close again. Instead of rotating wide, go all the way to the left there, go to back post, but you're cutting inwards again instead of letting your teammate go and then you being behind him so you guys can go after each other. And then obviously Rocket League bullshit happens where his car physics somehow him flipping and landing on like his wheel landed on you and it puts you off the ground and has you ongoing. I have no idea. You know, it's random Rocket League bullshit, but it could be avoided if we just rotate all the way back.
Yeah, fair.
Also, are you using the grass boost or is it just like...
It's the grass boost.
Like, are you actually using it though? Like, on your screen, is it grass boost?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you not have other boosts? Like, standard, sparkles?
I don't know. It's been like that for God knows how many years.
I would say your preset isn't always like the issue, but when you're having titanium white fennec with some grass, like titanium white fennec already, I don't know if because like you're kind of old, I don't know if you get that feeling of like, oh, this car's heavy, or oh, this car's light, or oh, this car's fast, this car's slow, like when you're doing it just like off of your preset. Do you feel that or no?
Nah.
Okay, well, I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. I would say you should try optimizing your preset a little bit more, doing something like try copying like pro presets. Like everybody else in the lobby right here is using some sort of pro preset. Like you can see it. The sky blue affluenter. This guy's using the anodized fennec with zombas, and then you got you and your teammate who are using these diamond cars, and it's like, you know, it's kind of iffy. But I would say, yeah, don't use grass. If you like how like minimal it is, like you don't like all the effects of like standard and like, you know, you can use sparkles, you can use bubbles, more like just they're just better in general. And they're not like too much. And then titanium white fennec. If you don't have, do you have a regular fennec or a black fennec?
I think I got a black fennec. Yeah.
I would say that you should try using the black fennec, and not using the titanium white fennec or any titanium white car rather. Or anything outside of gray or black. Like you don't really want to use it, just because they're more like they make it a little more bulky. It'll feel like your car is more like rounded rather than like actually like a box. You know what I mean? Like visually. And so it starts to like make your touches a little more inaccurate because you can't really tell like is your car like smooth or is your car sharp? Like, you know, it's different. I don't know how to explain it when you don't like when you haven't felt that thing, like the difference in like presets and stuff. Like I don't know how to explain it really. That's the best way I can explain it to you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, this is just straight up a goal. Ow. Oh, he's goated. Okay, I guess. Look how much more consistent your kickoff is when you're doing right, though. Like, it's so nice. It looks super nice. Okay, good. Not a shot you should be missing, but you followed it. That's great. Wow. And then your bonus. You leave, you go back post. This is good. Again, you start coming up. You did it again. You started coming up too early. There's no guaranteed hit from your teammate here. There's no guaranteed 50. If Zeros just decided to drive into the ball and didn't jump, he would have hit it over your teammate, and he would have hit it over you because you started coming up too. Just be mindful of that. Good dodge on the bump, and then you shoot. Good, perfect. Now is this a kickoff goal? Okay, you leave. 2 paths. Good job. You play the back post perfectly. Your teammate plays it around. You can shoot this. Nice, and you notice you play it behind, and perfect. Good job. Good placement. You need to see those type of shots more consistently. Play this to the corner, and you play it to your teammate instead, actually. Interesting. And another slaughter. Oh, he saves that. What? And your teammate wanted to be you, but couldn't do it. You seem a lot more comfortable in this game in comparison to the other ones, which I don't know if you can see it, but the difference in like the play of this lobby in comparison to the other ones. That the other ones were a bunch of speedsters that were like kind of mechanical and stuff, and we're trying to do all these things. But these guys are more like light. They're more like you, so it puts you in a situation where you're a lot more comfortable, and it seems like you're like in your element. Like, I'm not really seeing any of those, like, super crazy rotational mistakes or positional mistakes that I was seeing before. Like, this is much more, like, mellow. Like, you're playing, like, everything really perfectly here. And that's just, like, a mechanical issue where you know, you're not really noticing that you can shoot there. But the way you're playing is well, like, you're playing super good. You know, you stop at the back post, you start waiting, you don't come up too far, you play the shot, and perfect. That's exactly what you should be doing. More patient. You jump here, you know you can beat him, you play it towards the corner. You don't come up too far, you wait for the 50 and you start playing after. Okay, you realize he has it and you can leave. Okay, that's good. Okay, you get a soft touch, you get a 50 straight to your teammates. This is perfect. You go for the bump, you notice it's a good play. Your teammate should score. That's a good save. Your teammate also did a kind of a sad shot, but it works. You played that super well. Cut him off early. You notice you can't get the touch. You go for the boost. You go for the bump on the returning. Okay. And you're playing perfect positioning right here. You're perfectly where you're supposed to be. You're not too close. You're not too far. And now you're in the perfect position to get the shot off. Shot placement was kind of bad. Let's rewind that. So let's see why. Okay, I would say okay, I guess you can't really read that he's gonna whiff that. But this is, I mean, I feel like you should be able to aim this behind him as he's in like the dead center of the net facing towards the right. If you hit it left, there's nothing he can do. You kind of hit it straight into him, which, I mean, you hit those training packs, you're gonna have shots like that where you're gonna notice instantly what to do. She played this like super well. I hope you win this game. You lose this game. Wow.
Yeah.
When you play high, play over. Pressure him. It should be a goal. Wow. Okay, you should score here. Okay. Were you trying to do another fake jump like you did before, or were you trying to jump for this but then realize you jumped at a bad spot? Like, what happened?
Yeah, I didn't think I could get a shot on there from that angle.
Yeah, this is okay, those training packs would help you here. You could definitely shoot this. You don't even use both jumps either. You get one single jump, you hold it with the boost, and you slam this. Like, you have a shot here, and he's empty. He's not saving too. That'd have been perfect. Just another missed opportunity from the mechanic side, and then, I mean, your teammate going for a shot here is just crazy, but at the same time, like, we're not. I feel like we should instantly be trying to go for the bump here, like actively chasing him for the bump here in this situation. Like, yeah, you should just killed him, like, instantly. As soon as you see this is a pattern that you should notice. Instantly, you should kill him. Yeah, instantly you should kill him. It's a goal. Okay, you play it safe because your teammate's getting chased. I like it. You come up, one touch to yourself. That's a little hard, but you'll get there. To the corner, you get the boost, and then you turn to the backboard, right? Good job. You left the backboard. Again, it's your transitioning positions before you realize what is actually going to happen. You're trying to anticipate and assume what's going to happen rather than waiting for it to happen in the first place. This can go anywhere. This could go up, this can go down, left, right. It could go stationary. They could pancake into each other. You don't have the luxury to be able to change positions here. You stay backward and you wait for it. And it would have worked out in your favor because it would have went perfectly towards you instead of you having to reverse and then go all the way back to where you would have been in the first place. I mean, he just needs to hit a shot, man. This is a good play. You get the mid so he can't grab it. You get the demo on the person that's coming up. You force him to play fast, which is good. Yeah, I can't complain too much about your positioning here. Like you were locked in. Like this is you, man. Bang. Oh, missed. Perfect positioning. Just hesitation right here. You could have jumped, Loki. I can see why you would hesitate because you don't want to overcommit. Like in overtime in 2 minutes, and like nerves are on, pressure is high. You don't want to do something like that. But I mean, if you play calmly, you should be able to notice that that's a ball you can go for. Play the catch. Perfect. And you're doing a lot of passing to your teammates, but your teammates are just not doing anything with it. I'm not sure why. But your passes look really good. Again, he goes for an aerial play, but he doesn't have the mechanics for it. I don't really get that. He should be able to stall out for you. If he dies... Good play. Good jump. You jumped nice and early. I like that. You play for the follow-up too. Nice. Your teammate has to score here. He's just so far and so like... He's so lost, man. He's so lost. And he's rushing everything. He's panicked. He's... The pressure got to him. Yeah, the pressure got to him. Wow, man. Honestly... You truly played this was an amazing game by you. I just genuinely I don't have anything that I can really complain about other than the occasional mechanical mistake, and I mean that's just something you just gotta practice. Like you played this so well. The positioning was amazing. But your teammate, you passed it to him so many times, he didn't score. He had so many opportunities to score on his own from a solo play. He doesn't have the mechanics for it. He went for flashiness instead of just simple stuff. And then the pressure got to him. He started panicking as soon as he has to play defense, he starts panicking and throws away the entire game. Yeah, like this is so sad. I mean, you shouldn't have lost this game. This is one of those times where it's actually your teammate's fault. And like nobody can tell you otherwise. This is straight up your teammate's fault. But you're in a rank where even though it's your teammate's fault, there's definitely some things that you could have done better as far as like being able to shoot in these situations and not be like awkward with your shots and being able to actually aim like to the spot of the net where it's open. You had a couple of those times where you could have done that, which didn't happen, but that's okay. So yeah, I would say that was a great game. The fact that's your average game is kind of crazy, bro. Like you're low key like your ego might need to be checked. Like that was kind of crazy. Like you played hella well that game.
Thanks.
I'll show you. You see already. This is like. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna gas myself up. I'm not gonna be egotistical or anything. But what I will say is I've kind of mastered my like movement, like to the point where you're not really gonna see me in a situation where I'm awkward or low boost or like low on speed. and my speed flip is like so refined. I've actually, I don't think, the only time that I noticed my kickoff was potentially worse than somebody's was when I was playing ones and I was like high GC3 and I was playing against people. I was getting in like SSL lobbies with like people who are actually consistently playing ones, and I wasn't even playing that ones that often. So that was when I would notice like, okay, there's like a difference between mine and their kickoff. But I've yet to see anybody in twos that has a better kickoff than me. I'm always, my kickoff is always super like speedy, like refined and consistent. Like the difference between my speed flip and yours is like, it's huge. Okay, well, that wasn't a great representation of what you should be doing. That was kind of troll, like I was trolling, but you'll notice. You see, I'm never staying in one spot. You see how like you after flipping back and coming back here, like, you know, you probably would have waited, which is technically the right thing to do. But if you're trying to apply as much pressure as possible and trying to like play as aggressive as possible in this situation, like you can force him. You're forcing the guy in the corner to go ahead and give the ball away because he's so afraid. There's two people running at him with full speed, full boost. Like he's afraid. So it forces him to make a play quick. And rather than waiting around and waiting for my teammate, I'm playing ahead of my teammate here. I'm getting on this opportunity because I know that the person that was just behind us that we beat was 0, so he has to go for a boost, which I took all the boosts on the right side, and now I'm demoing his teammate, which should be the only person left. And it's a goal. It's not a goal because my teammate's garbage, but that's okay because you know, average 1800. Like he's I don't know what's wrong with these people. Here, I don't give any time. That jump, your teammate at you remember that one game where I said it should have been clean over him, but he double jumped instead of fast aerial lane?
Yeah.
This is the type of jump he should have done. Instantly. This, I would say this is bad. I shouldn't have hit that off the ceiling, but I mean that's not really what we should be focusing on. You don't see me staying still, like you see me always on top of it. Like, and it's almost like I'm ball chasing, but at the same time I'm still like respecting like rotations. Like if my teammate wants to come in, I'll be able to notice before it happens. I'm always having boost, I'm always in the play. Noticing you can shoot that. That's something like being able to get a shot on here in your lobbies, in your rank. Me shooting this is going in every single time in this specific scenario where these people are in these positions. This type of shot is super hard to do to get consistent. But if you notice that you can have a shot here, I know he's empty. I know the other dude's empty. I guaranteed have a shot here. That type of shot is going in. Yeah. It is, because nobody's expecting it. So little things like that. This is a shot that's in the training pack that I just showed you. This, obviously, I shouldn't be full diving that because he could have left it for his teammate and it wouldn't have been a goal. But I'm covering the shot, but when I'm getting this to the corner, this slight little touch to the wall, a one touch to myself, I land on the wall and I get a quick shot right off. Like, it's a little maneuver. If you're looking at it from the POV of the other team, it's like kind of hard to read. Like, you see, he's not even anticipating me potentially getting a touch like that there. This guy, from his POV, like, there's nothing he can do from that POV. But this guy, Hams, had an opportunity to do something, but he's not playing it. Even at this level, he's not playing it just because it's just such a rare thing. Like, it's not something that everybody does, and so it just gives us a guaranteed goal just because, like, a quick maneuver, I get 3 touches straight to myself and a quick shot. Just ignore everything else about my gameplay, though, because I was low-key, I was on, like, no sleep, and I was, like, low-key trolling all night. Like, I had dropped, like, super far. I was, like, 1790. And so, like, I'm just straight up trolling. Don't look at that. That was crazy. But I just, like, I wasn't taking it too seriously, but it was, like, a lot of things that I was, like, capitalizing off of. And here, this is where we score a bunch of goals. You'll see what I'm talking about. A quick dive, not letting him get the opportunity. I notice this is something that sets us apart from you guys. Or I can't even say us, because I don't even know if I see too many people even in my lobbies that do this, but something like this. One is in the corner, one is coming straight to me. He's full commit. He's full commit. I just slammed the ball over him. And it's just a goal. And I follow it as fast as possible. The recovery here. Boom, as hard as possible. And then I go and I beat him to the jump. And he own goals. I would have doubled it, but he own goals. It's just, from his POV, like, there's really not much he can do here. He wants to go for the ball so badly. And you know that he does, because it's right in front of the net. It's slammed off the crossbar. You don't see hardly any defenders there. You know, oh my gosh, this is my opportunity. He wants to go so badly. And then it's over him, and there's nothing he can do. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
so you go ahead and do that in your lobbies. That shit happens. Like, when I was looking at where we were looking, I don't know if I pointed it out too many times, but you have opportunities like that where you just need to know. You see the pattern, and you immediately know what to do, and you do it and execute it. And if you execute it properly, it's guaranteed goals. It's guaranteed. You can guarantee a goal every single time in those type of situations. Okay, again, don't really pay attention to what I did there. Okay, this is crazy. I mean, I don't think this is a good representation of a game that I should be showing you, just because this is not it. I'll show you this one. Because I don't know what that, I was just trolling and the other people gave up midway through the game. You know, that's not what you want to see. But there was times there where you saw one touch to myself, made him awkward, and I read the play. A lot of the time, this is why I went so fast here, was that when somebody's getting one touch mid here, that the second player normally jumps. So, and he thinks that he has to beat here because typically he does, but if you play it as fast as possible and as high as possible, you can beat him most of the. It's the same dude, Hams. It's the same dude. So I try to play it higher to see if I can get it past him. Keeping the play slow here, I get a little bump. And I can start going back. But notice that when I'm doing that, you were in these situations, and what you would do is you would dive. You would dive right here, like at this person that has the ball. But instead, I'm kind of like waiting underneath the play to try and like shadow. And I'm not really flipping too much right now. Like, this entire interaction, I only flipped one time to get back. And I'm kind of just riding the supersonic while tapping my boost and picking up little paths, like, as I'm going. And I'm just being a menace just a straight up menace. And it gets us a goal. Like I'm just straight up being annoying. My teammate this game was kind of trash. But I mean, I wasn't really. This is like high 1700, so there's not really too much going on. Like it's not. The speed of the lobby is kind of slow, so I'm able to kind of just do whatever I want. But I mean, yeah, here noticing like being able to play this shot. Like, a lot of people might just like automatically shoot this. A lot of people might not jump for it at all, but like, this is a shot that's in like that training pack, that double tap training. And here I'm dodging the bump so I can still get the double. Like, it's just something. It's just these things that you'll notice. You'll start to notice. You'll start to understand, and when you start to understand, it'll have you playing so much better. I'm just never giving space. I'm never giving time. I'm always on top of the ball. I'm forcing them off, but I'm never doing it so much to where I'm not gonna be able to get boost or not be able to get back. Like here, I'm staying on, but I'm not full committing on this like with the flip. I'm more of just jumping to it to make sure that he panics and he has to hit the ball, and then I just grab his boost right after. And I can stick around. I'm not too close to be beat, but I'm not far enough to also like not be in the play. And again, something like this, I haven't seen you really do too much, is you have opportunities like this where it's like, okay, one defender and you have a 1v1 and you just need to get one slight touch until one jump and it'll be a goal. But you know, you're not really getting that capitalization. Again, not giving any time. Teammate's a bot. He shouldn't be. Hey, don't be like this guy. You're rotating in close, and you're playing right behind me. You're not going for the boost. You're not doing anything. You're not helping anybody. You're backwards, and you're getting scored on. You're not helping anybody. That guy, don't be like that guy. But, I mean, in a situation where my teammate's playing back post, it should have just been a goal. Like, for us, not them. Yeah, I don't know why I passed it there. My teammate, I don't know what I expected here, but again, don't really focus on how I'm rotating here in my positioning. Don't try to copy what I'm doing. I'm trying to show you like specific areas where it's like a quick thing that I can show you, like just a quick tip, but don't look at what I'm doing and try to mimic it. This is not what you should be doing.
Yeah,
I rotate terribly. I have really good recoveries, so I play outside the play a lot. And it works for me. But you shouldn't play like this, and you won't need to play like this anytime soon. So it's more of a thing where it's like I'm ignoring the rules. Okay, holy voice crack. I'm ignoring the rules of the game because I'm not playing 100% because the players that I'm playing against are not at the level where I feel like I have to play seriously. So I'm doing like kind of whatever I want, and it works. Like jumping for this, there's no reason for me to jump for this at all in any universe, and there's no universe where I score that, but I just want to jump for it just because I can. Again, what? Look at that shot. Look at that shot. Like I said, Every time, like I said, that training pack, man, I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. Every time, these opportunities pop up all the time, but nobody will recognize that they can score here. Even in the 1700 lobby, I'm pretty sure, what's it called? Zeitgo, I'm pretty sure Zeitgo is literally 1800. It's not even a full 1700 lobby. Zeitgo is 1800. But even him at like the level that he's at, he is not gonna sit here and go and play like a soft touch to himself and then notice that look where they are. Exactly what I said before. You remember when I said you could play the wall after the bounce and then both of them were going for corner boost? And you slam it perfectly in between them at the center of the net, neither one of them can make it in time. It's the same play. It's the exact same play in the exact same spot. It's the same thing. This time I set it up for myself rather than actually sitting there waiting for it. So boom, that training pack shot immediately, and you see it. This is just a good kill, and he gets a goal off of it. Being able to get like those soft touches too, like this, where you're able to like, this is an awkward ball. A lot of people wouldn't be able to get a touch here, but in one of the training packs that I'm gonna send you, that's like a regular thing that you'll see, like a regular position, and being able to get a soft touch here and kind of like going and controlling it. This is like really good. Like no GC2 is gonna have the balls to jump for that like him. But he's egoing me because he feels like he's good enough to do so, so he does it, and it works. But no GC2 is going to ego you there, and if you control it properly, you can set yourself up for a really good play. Again, I'm not giving no space, no time. You see, he's turning on this, which I'm noticing out of the corner of my eye that he's going to turn. I wouldn't have jumped if I didn't notice that he was going to turn. Right here, he looks like he's leaving. He was floating in the direction of the boost, so he could see maybe he's leaving or something. But I noticed out of the corner of my eye here, and this is where you start to like really have to like get the skill of being able to see your entire screen. You see out of the corner of my eye that he's jumping, so I have to go fast and try to get it over him. Make sure that he can't follow it. And it sets up for a 2v1 on his teammate if I didn't die. Again, here I'm noticing this touch. I'm not trying to get anything that's going to allow the ball to go into the hands of the opponent. So I'm not going to hit the ball. I'm going to wait. And he's too far to be able to follow it, so it's safe for me to go for this boost. And as long as I can turn quick, if he chooses to follow this, which I can't see him because he's off my screen, but the way that I can go about doing this is that if I've slammed this to my teammate, no matter what, if he chooses to go for the ball or if he doesn't choose to go for the ball, if I slam the ball to my teammate will get the ball regardless. If Zeitgo or the other guy tries to turn, he's going to get the ball regardless. So I slam it to him, and he gets the ball, but I'm pretty sure he had full boost. I don't know how he's empty now, but it's whatever. And then I take my time. I hit it over him again. This is audio rather than like visual, where I'm just hearing him like. I'm gonna slow it down, see if you can I can hear it, of him like flipping up towards me. Like you'll hear it. I don't know if you have headphones on.
Yeah, I do.
You heard it?
I can't really hear it, to be honest. It's quite quiet for me.
As you can literally hear, like you can actively hear his car like come closer, and when he flipped, and so like you can hear it in the left. And then you can also hear him jump, like as he's trying to jump. And so look at how perfect this timing is. It's like the timing of it is so perfect. I heard him land here, and he starts turning. It's so perfect timing that he doesn't even know. Like, no, he's not expecting. He's seeing how I'm like slow and I'm relaxed, and it looks like I'm about to catch the ball. So he's like, okay, this is my opportunity. But I notice with the audio, and immediately I get it over him, and he has no idea. He has no idea at all. And so he just gets beat, and it's a 2v1 on an empty boost person. Which, I mean, he insta-turned, which is, like, I guess good on him or whatever, but that was kind of dumb. It's like those small things, man, like I'm telling you. You'll start to see them a lot more often. That's a goal. That's why, like, I really enjoy coaching people that are your rank. Like, being at GC2, being at the proper, like, you're perfectly there, that you have a baseline understanding of the game already, right? So I'm able to just, like, kind of I can dissect what you have going on, and it makes it so that there's so many, like, simple tips that I can give you that can instantly boost you as high as possible. Which is why, like, you know, I see you in, like, a random TikTok chat, and I'm like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy's GC2. I'm sure that he's probably a decent player, and I could like help him, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, that's prime, like, situations where I just, like, I enjoy, like, seeing, like, people that are GC2 or, like, low GC3 and trying to help them, like, get out, because there's, like, so many small things that some people might not notice, like, just by themselves, and I feel like it's really nice to be able to help somebody and, you know, explain these things to them.
Oh, for sure, man. I greatly appreciate, like, the numerous amount of tips and a hell of a lot of time as well. So yeah, thank you a lot for that.
Yeah, it's late for you, isn't it? It's like 2 a.m. or something, right?
Mate, it's 3 a.m.
I mean, I didn't, you know, you could have what's it called? You could have said, like, I don't know, do you have something to do tomorrow, like, important, or?
Oh yeah, just a standard 9 to 5.
Well, I hope you get, or you're not gonna get enough sleep. But, you know, I apologize for taking so much of your time. I kind of
Absolutely
forgot,
not.
like, you know, what the difference in, like, time zones is and stuff. So this is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Thanks again, man. Do you have like a tip page or anything like that?
A what?
Like a tip page or like a Patreon or something like that?
Oh, no, bro. You don't gotta do none of that, bro. Like, this is, I don't believe in like being paid for coaching. Like, doing paid coaching is it's just so, like, nasty to me, bro.